whom Ghiyasuddin, the governor of Bengal, fought a battle with the 13th century? The answer is King of Tirhut. Who devastated the Buddha University in Nalanda? The answer is Bakhtiyar Khilji. Who is Daryapanthi sect? Answer is A. Synthesized religious philosophy. What is the magnum opus of the Mughal architecture? The answer is Tomb of Shah Daulat at Munir. Who among the Iranian traveller of medieval Bihar was a preacher also? The answer is Bahmani. Who composed a historical literary work in Urdu in Bihar? The answer is Saad Ajibabadi. Who granted Diwani of Bihar, Bengal and Orissa to the East India Company? Answer is Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. Who won the Battle of Buxar 1764? The answer is East India Company. Who founded the Sadakat Ashram? The answer is Mazrul Haq. Golgar was constructed in the period of which Governor General of India? The answer is Lord Cornwallis. In which year Gandhiji visited Bihar? The answer is 1917. Who was Swami Sahajanand? The answer is leader of peasants movement. When was Bihar became a separate province? The answer is 1912. Bihar and Odisha were divided in which year? The answer is 1st April 1936. The first elected government in Bihar was formed in which year? The answer is 1937. What is the reason for celebration of April 23rd as Veer Kumar Singh Day? The answer is Kumar Singh registered first big victory over the British Army. Who led the 1857 mutiny in Patna? The answer is Pir Ali. Which famous Wahhabi movement leader in Bihar was awarded life imprisonment? The answer is Ahmadullah. Who was the target of Muzaffarpur bombing incident? The answer is Magistrate Kingsford. Of all other accused of the Muzaffarpur bomb incident in 1908, who was awarded death sentence? The answer is Khudiram Bose. Who was the founder of the Home Rule movement in Bihar? The answer is Mazrul Haq. Who formed Bihari Chhatra Parishad? The answer is Dr. Rajendra Prasad. From Bihar, who was one of the members of the delegation to England in 1914? The answer is Mazrul Haq. Who was the founder of the Wahhabi movement in India? The answer is Sayyid Ahmad. In which year the Khilafat movement in Bihar started? The answer is 1919. In which year non-cooperation movement in Bihar started? Answer is 1920. When was the Bihar Vidyapit inaugurated? Answer is 6 February 1921. The Swaraj Dal in Bihar was founded in which year? Answer is 1923. The firing in Patna during the Quit India movement took place on which day? Answer is 11th August 1942. When was the Bihar Kishan Sabha formed? Answer is 1929. Who was the founder of the Bihar Kishan Sabha? Answer is Swami Sahajanand Saraswati. The name Champaran is associated with which famous person and his movement? Answer is Mahatma Gandhi and his Satyagraha. Who captured the factory of the East India Company in 1763 situated in Patna? Answer is Nawab Mir Qasim. In 1917, Gandhiji visited Champaran on whose requested? Answer is Rajkumar Shukla. During Champaran Satyagraha, Gandhiji was tried at a court in which city of Bihar? The answer is Motihari. The Bipur incident of Bihar is related to which movement? The answer is Quit India movement. In 1921, Gandhiji inaugurated which education institutions in Patna? The answer is Bihar Vidyapit and Bihar National College. Swami Sahajanand was the leader of which section of the society in Bihar? Answer is peasants. How many students were shot dead by the police during the Quit India movement on August 11, 1942 in Patna? The answer is 7. The Azad Dasta was active during which movement of Indian freedom struggle? The answer is Quit India movement. In which year did Mahatma Gandhi start Champaran Satyagraha in Bihar? Answer is 1917. Who led the first mutiny 1857 of the freedom struggle in Bihar? The answer is Kumar Singh. Zamindar of which princely state of Bihar actively took part in the 1857 revolt? Answer is Zamindar of Jagdishpur. What is the reason of protest of Bharaiya Tal in Munger? The answer is demand to return the rented land. In which year the Bihar Socialist Party was formed? The answer is 1931. In which year Gorakshani Sabha Committee for Protection of Cows were formed to stop cow slaughter? The answer is 1881 AD. Who led the movement of separate Bihar province which resulted in the separate Bihar Orissa provinces in 1911? The answer is Sajidanand Sinha. When was the Hindi Sahitya Sammelan in Bihar formed? The answer is in 1919. When was the Research Society in Bihar formed? The answer is in 1915. When was the Patna Museum founded? The answer is in 1919. Who was the first English traveler of Bihar? Answer is Peter Mundy. In which region of Bihar and anarchy prevailed during 1857 mutiny, as it was claimed by the people of that area that there is no more government administration left? The answer is Tirhut. Who waged a guerrilla war against the British in 1857 revolt? The answer is Amar Singh. Which district of Bihar was fortified during 1857 revolt? The answer is Muzaffarpur. New lines of the express post was started between which two places of Bihar during 1857 revolt? The answer is from Purnia to Muzaffarpur. The ruler of which state did not allow Kumar Singh's entry in his state? The answer is Riva. Shah of Awadh had issued a Farman order to Kumar Singh for which place? The answer is Azamgarh. Name the battle led by Nana Sahib in which Kumar Singh had participated. The answer is the Battle of Kanpur. Who was the captain of British army with whom Kumar Singh found his last battle? The answer is Lee Grant. During 1857 mutiny, zamindar landlords of which area had helped the army of the company? The answer is Hathua. Patna was the center of which famous movement that took place in 1830? The answer is Wahhabi movement. When was Khudiram Bose hanged? Answer is on August 18, 1908. In which city Sachidanand Sanyal founded the branch of the Anusilan Samiti? The answer is Patna. Who started the publication of the magazine Satyug? The answer is Purushottam Narayan Nanda. Who was the editor of the newspaper Bihari? The answer is Babu Maheshwari Prasad. Who was the editor of magazine Swaraj Katha? The answer is Balmukund Bajpayee. In which year the Bihar Student Conference was formed? The answer is in 1906. Who founded the Home Rule League in Muzaffarpur? The answer is Janakdhari Prasad. Teen Kathia system was mostly prevalent in which part of Bihar? The answer is Champaran. In which year the Provincial League in Bihar was founded under the leadership of Hassan Imam? The answer is in 1921. Which session of the Congress party inspired to accentuate the non-cooperation movement in Bihar? The answer is Nagpur session. Who was the prominent leader of non-cooperation movement in Bihar? The answer is Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Where was the first National University of Bihar founded in 1921? The answer is in Patna. In which session of Congress target for complete boycott of foreign garments was set? Answer is Calcutta session. Where was the Swaraj Dal in Bihar founded in 1922? Answer is Gaya. Who was the editor of newspaper Motherland? The answer is Sariya Devi. Where was the headquarters of Qawmi Sevak Dal? Answer is Muzaffarpur. Where the Shramik Sangha was formed in 1925? The answer is Gaya. Who formed the Inqilabi Sipahi Dal? The answer is Sahdev Prasad. Who coordinated the boycott of Simon Commission in Bihar? The answer is Devaki Nandan. Where was the No Chowkidari Tax movement? Boycott of Chowkidari tax started for the first time in Bihar? The answer is Betia. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe GKGS 24/7 for more knowledge updates.